In recent years, following the SEC's significant update about the XRP case, we have been discussing and concentrating on other regulatory agencies, such as the CFTC. And the reason for this is that we always believed the SEC wouldn't be the major force behind bringing about regulatory clarity for cryptocurrencies. And even now, I continue to believe this to be true. And when we consider that, we primarily consider the SEC's collaboration with the CFTC to regulate cryptocurrency in the United States. Furthermore, I believe that this is still going on at the moment. Furthermore, it's crucial to consider the actions taken by the CFTC as a result of the integration of numerous well-known cryptocurrency projects, such as Ripple and even XRP. Let's actually discuss this a little bit. Since February of this year was only roughly 3 months ago, let's travel back to that month. If we take a look at this, the CFTC has announced a crypto CEO forum to start a pilot program for digital asset markets. In order to discuss the debut of the CFTC's digital markets, the CFTC will host a CEO forum of top companies in the field. Apologies, stablecoins and other tokenized non-cash collateral are part of a trial concept for digital asset exchanges. Now Circle, Coinbase, Crypto.com, MoonPay, and Ripple will be among the players. I'm thrilled to introduce this innovative project for the digital asset markets in the United States. The CFTC is dedicated to innovation that is responsible, eager to interact with market players in order to fulfill the Trump administration's pledge to make sure that America sets the standard for economic opportunity. First and foremost, this confirms that the CFTC is ensuring that America remains at the forefront of both economic opportunity and cryptocurrency by leveraging key players like Circle, Coinbase, Crypto.com, MoonPay, and even Ripple. Indeed, this has been verified. It is available on the CFTC website here. Furthermore, 3 days later, they announced plans for a tokenized collateral pilot. This, once more, gave us a better understanding of what they were doing because, although it was primarily related to stablecoin initiatives, if we look closely, it has been going on since November. In November, the Digital Assets Committee recommended tokenization and listed World Bank bonds, government securities, corporate debt, money market funds, and gold as possible forms of collateral. Naturally, a lot of stable coins are similar to money market funds. The capacity to instantly supply assets to satisfy variance margin requirements, usually with derivatives, is a significant benefit of tokenization for margin purposes. And since the derivatives market is the largest in the world, with quadrillions of dollars, this is the main focus here. The contract's parties only contribute a small portion of the possible exposure as margin. As a result, one party might have to post more margin if the price of the underlying asset swings against them. Settlement delays are a problem when non-cash security is provided. However, settlement can occur almost instantly if tokenized assets are transferred. Here we examine some of the major participants, such as Ripple, and what they may do to provide effective derivative settlement and alter the way derivatives are actually transferred generally. After that, we actually examine some of the most recent developments in the derivatives market, which I will bring up in a moment. Give it to me. Thus, on the 7th, the DTCC announced that they were happy to collaborate with the ISDA on incorporating the ISDA digital regulatory reporting into the DTCC's authorized reporting system for the Global Trade Repository. This is now the formal statement that derivatives will be changing. Given this announcement, I realize that doesn't seem to be the case, but have a look at the underlying phrase. In order to improve the efficiency of trade reporting procedures for market participants in the UK and EU, the DTCC is happy to keep supporting the ISDA's DRR. Businesses should expect to see a rise in the acceptance rates of trade data they submit through this partnership, as well as a decrease in the expenses and difficulties they encounter while adjusting to changing regulatory requirements. We are still dedicated to provide our clients throughout the world the most complete and cutting-edge trade reporting solutions at the most competitive price. Let's return to this announcement on April 30th now. And Generation Infinity actually uploaded this. On this, we produced a video. By tokenizing quadrillions of global assets, This was violating the DTCC patent and creating a new financial system that was blockchain-based, legacy-controlled, and interoperable. Additionally, network compatibility for HBAR XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Atom, Flow, BNB, TRX, and even XTZ is confirmed by the patent. Furthermore, when considering this, let's go back to the CFTC. Through this pilot program, they are already gaining insight into derivatives, and this includes Circle, Coinbase, Crypto.com, MoonPay, and Ripple. Among all of these, Ripple stands out now due to what they truly provide, including XRP. We can actually assume that Ripple and XRP are going to be heavily tapped now that XRP is an actual part of this patent with the DTCC. In addition to this statement, Smokedog deserves a huge shout-out because the DTCC just revealed that they are integrating systems with ISDA, a partner with Ripple, on quadrillion-dollar deals. Ripple is mentioned in the middle of the paper, and when Ripple joined the ISDA in August 2023, they do indeed fall in the middle. Furthermore, we have over here. You know, the total value of securities processed in 2020 was $2.3 quadrillion. There is, in fact, a new updated perspective on this smoke dog. Up to $3.7 quadrillion was the entire amount of value they handled and moved in 2024. That's how much went from 2.3 quadrillion to 3.7 quadrillion in just 4 years. It's crazy. However, if we go over here, we have the potential to develop completely new remittance and payment products for the digital dollar, just as the DTCC provides settlements for US stocks. For instance, blockchain-based settlement networks like Ripple, ROX, I've never heard of ROX, and Copper have the potential to provide nearly instantaneous settlement for global fiat currencies and digital assets. Indeed, it is precisely what is going on at the moment. For this reason, regulatory agencies such as the CFTC are beginning to announce these collaborative conferences. The fact that the CFTC has been actively supporting crypto innovation makes this even more absurd, isn't it? For instance, the US CFTC revoked 2 staff advisories against cryptocurrency as early as March 31st, citing the need for fair treatment due to market maturity and growth. They are prepared to let cryptocurrency in. And I believe that it's obvious that they are doing so, even if we go back to February with this declaration. Speaking of that, if we look back at this announcement from January, we can see that Caroline D. Penn was appointed as the acting chair of the CFTC. It's fascinating because we know that Carolyn D. Pam visited the headquarters and office of Ripple Labs back in 2022. I think this truly happened in San Francisco, and she was essentially learning about blockchain, cryptocurrency, Ripple, and even XRP. And once more, that was in 2022. Because of her new position at the CFTC, they are announcing a joint CEO forum to discuss the tokenization pilot. It's amazing to watch how everything is coming together just as patents are being released that reveal network support for XRP and other players in the tokenization of quadrillions of dollars for the new financial system that is now being developed. According to Caroline D. Pam, who spoke to Eleanor Tourette on stage at the Network Medici conference on May 5th, the CFTC intends to observe a few industry tokenization pilot programs so that the agency can get a first-hand look at how well tokenized assets can work in the real world and gain experience with the technology.